stone soup, and in this video we're going to be making a salad of some of my favorite things. So it's a raw beet and asparagus salad. We're using a lemon juice and miso dressing, and then just finishing it off with a little bit of goat's cheese and some lemon zest. So we'll hop into the kitchen and I'll show you how to make it. First thing, I'm going to get my beets. I've got a nice big bunch here and a knife. I'm just going to chop one of the beets off, and we'll just give it a quick rinse. Just going to trim it up a little bit. So we'll chop the top off and all the kind of nasty skin. I don't normally bother peeling beets if I'm going to cook them. I think that's nice to leave the skins on, but when I'm serving them raw, yeah, it's kind of, because we're not going to be cooking them, I like to make life a bit easier for everyone. So just going to go around the beet with my knife and peel it, or you could get a vegetable peeler out if you could be bothered with that, if you felt like that. So just want to take the very outer layer of the beet skin off. Actually, we might chop it in half to make it easier. And then we'll get the mandolin, and you could slice with a knife if you don't have a mandolin, but this makes life a lot easier. And all we're going to do is just slice down, and the trick is not to press down enough so that it slices, but not to press down too much, because you want your slices to be as thin as possible. They're probably a bit thicker than I'd like, but that's okay. And then we're just going to spread them on our platter, and they look really pretty. Okay, and we'll spread those little tiny bits over the plate. Great. And then we've got our asparagus, which I've rinsed, and I'm just going to give that a little shake dry, and then all I'm going to do is just snap the, ooh, that one's really short, snap the tough kind of woody ends of the base of the asparagus. If you've got really small, fine asparagus, you know, it'd be fine as it is, but since these are kind of on the larger side, I'm just going to slice them in half. Or you could try and slice them on the mandolin, but it gets a bit fiddly, or your making ribbons using a vegetable peeler. But I think just slicing them in half is enough to break them down and make them more edible. Just got a large lemon here. Just going to probably only need the zest of about half of it. That's just going to add some lemony goodness to all we want. About a teaspoon of miso, and this is optional, but it just adds really lovely kind of salty umami-ness to the dressing. And we'll pop in a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice. 1, 2, and thing with miso is you need to kind of work it into the lemon juice, and it looks like mustard, so you think it's going to emulsify really easily, but it doesn't. But that's, you know, it's not the end of the world if you have a little bit of a more crinkled, lumpy dressing. But yeah, try and get it as smooth as you can. Good quality extra virgin olive oil, so we won't start with 2 tablespoons, and then we'll have a taste and see how that tastes. So it's quite a fresh, punchy dressing, which, you know, the vegetables have got a lot of crunch, and I think just waking them up with a really lemony, fresh dressing's great. Really, you know, great for spring and summer and warmer weather. Also good on a rainy day too, just kind of, you know, make things a bit sunnier. So it doesn't emulsify very well, but that's okay. We'll just have a little taste. Awesome. So that's yeah, like the miso's there. It's really zesty and lemony and fresh, and that's exactly what we want. So we're just going to spoon that over the salad. Good. Going to pepper over the top. And I wanted to serve this with goat's cheese, and I thought I had a heap of goat's cheese, but I only have a tiny bit, so just get my teaspoon, and we'll spoon, kind of crumble little bits of goat's cheese over the top. And this is not going to look as generous as I would have liked, I'd probably use about twice this much goat's cheese if I had it, but it's not the end of the world. And your other cheese will be lovely here. If you want to keep it dairy free, some toasted nuts would be nice. Or if you're just serving it as a side salad, just the vegetables on their own will be enough. Some pine nuts would be lovely, or some toasted almonds, pistachios even. They kind of make me think of spring. Okay, cheese, and then I'm just going to finish it off with a lemon zest on top, and there's our salad.